Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me today in this live webinar on natural treatments for belly fat. Now, this is for that abdominal fat, that little 3-4 months pregnant look. That's what I'm talking about. We're not talking about just overall obesity, 100 pounds overweight. When you're extremely overweight, you're going to have some fat under the chin. You're going to have fat under the arms. You're going to have fat fingers, swelling, water retention, round face. That's when you've got fat all over the body. Here, we're only talking about the belly. You still got the skinny face, the skinny fingers. If you didn't see your belly, you would never think you're overweight. That's what we're focused on today. Because when you talk about obesity, there can be many causes. It could be liver issues, snacking, digestion, metabolism, thyroid. There can be many causes to, obesity, even just stress, and overeating and emotional eating. But when we talk belly fat, it's a little bit different, and that's what we're focusing on today. This is the type of fat like you went to the gym, they made you do like, sit-ups, and you did sit-ups, and then you did a crazy diet. You restricted your food, you just had the no carbs, a lot of protein. You did that. That's popular now. Still didn't lose the weight. Still didn't lose the belly. Did sit-ups. The gym guy pushed you. Come on, give me 20 more. And you still got it. Well, that's because you didn't sit back and you didn't think, why do I have the belly fat in the first place? So first, I'm going to tell you the causes, the typical causes that I see with my patients who have the pregnant belly fat. They're not fat. They think they're fat, but it's just the belly. Number one, snacking on nuts and protein bars. Many people have come to me and said, "Oh, I want to do an appointment to get rid of my fat." I go, "Ma'am, you're not overweight. I can see your face. I can see your fingers." And then they go, "Oh no, look at my belly." Oh, they got this belly. So, and then I look at what they're doing. Oh, I'm eating healthy. But they're snacking on nuts every day. And then I treat them for all their other health issues, maybe sleeping, constipation, digestion, arthritis, etc. And they go, "How come you didn't give me any herbs for my weight loss, my belly?" I go, "No, you just stop the snacking on the nuts and the protein bar and take the colon herbs, your belly will be gone. 2 weeks, belly's gone. Thank you very much." And they've had it for a year. So, you have to identify what's causing it. Snacking on nuts is very fattening. It ruins your digestion, which really leads to the next issue for belly fat. That's poor digestion. And when you snack all day on crackers, nuts, and chips, particularly nuts being the worst, then you ruin your digestion. You never have strong digestion. People who try to eat a lot of little meals during the day, grazing during the day, they get the same effect. Your body just cannot do it. You need the gaps. You need the time to digest. Otherwise, you get a belly. Other common reason is for digestion is bad food combining. Smoothies, cold food, mixing fruits, vegetables together, bad idea. I had more than one person told me they just stopped putting the strawberries on their oatmeal and their bloating went away. They used to look pregnant and just stopping the smoothie where you're mixing fruits, vegetables, and yogurt, manuka honey, goji berries, and now everybody's dumping in mushrooms. They blend it all up and they wonder why they're bloated all day long. So if it is bloating, it generally will come up and down, up and down. The bloating can go away when you don't eat. Bloating can go away when you're sleeping. Then you have your first meal with some strawberries. You have that cold smoothie again. Cold creates more digestive problems, leads to bloating. Cold food, bad food combining, all bloating. Then you combine that with snacking with nuts, and you got your reason why you got your belly. Next is still related to digestion, because if you have this poor digestion, you're eating dry foods and you get dry, hard stools, and then you become constipated. Now, most people, they don't even know they're constipated. They just think, "Oh, it's normal. Even people missing every other day, they still think that's normal, but no. You should have a couple bowel movements a day. Now, if you're only having one meal a day, okay, fine, one bowel movement a day. But if you're having 2-3 meals a day and you're only having one bowel movement, particularly if it's a hard, dry stool, then you are constipated. This is creating diverticuli, or pockets inside of your colon, because this digested food, this fecal matter, it's got to go somewhere. And if it's not coming out on a timely basis, and it's going to make a pocket in your colon, and this can become infected and become diverticulitis. And that's how most people figured out that constipation, they even had constipation, is they had diverticulitis and they were in ER because of the pain. And then I've had people that had belly fat. They thought it was fat, went to the doctor because of, pain, diverticulitis, and they give them some, medicine that kind of flushes them out. Other countries do enemas, but here we just take meds and it just flushes them out and the belly's gone. So then they realize, oh my God, I was full of shit for all those years. My husband was right. Constipation is pretty common. And you can tell too, because the fat isn't like round, like pregnant. It's down lower, down by the belly button. Down there, it's not the full round belly. Like bloating tends to be the full abdominal cavity. And the constipation is lower down on the belly. And another reason, of course, for big bellies is alcoholic liver. A guy drinks a lot of beer, he gets a big belly, his face is thin, his skinny or thin, he's been thin. He's a thin guy, but he's got this big pregnant belly. Beer, alcohol. And, you get water retention in there. And, this is usually due to the liquor and the damage to the liver and the swelling, and, of course, the yeast as well in the beer. So, beer belly, that's it. It could just be a beer belly. And you may not get rid of your beer belly very quickly, even stopping your beer. You may have to detox the liver and take liver herbs. Another cause is too much bread. In India, we call it chapati belly. So they don't get it from the rice. See, they don't say eat the rice. The rice, it can be fattening. White rice can increase your blood sugar. But it's those white chapatis that give you the chapati belly. So they have a name for it, chapati belly. And when I go to India, the food's so good. I'm going out to eat most nights. The chef is like making chapati after chapati. He keeps bringing more to the table. You eat 5, he's going to bring you 5 more. And you're just, eating up all your food without much protein. See, you're skipping the dal. Now, if you filled yourself up with some protein, some chicken or some dal, you probably wouldn't eat as much bread. But what happens is you kind of skip the protein and you're just enjoying all these dishes with your chapatis, your fresh chapatis, right? And then you get chapati belly within a couple weeks. So too much bread will also do it without much protein. Another reason you can get this big belly is eating late at night, heavy foods. So if you're going to eat after the sun goes down, you should always have like a soup or a salad and really light. Shouldn't have pizza, shouldn't have cold foods, cold drinks like yogurt and fruit. That's a real clogger-upper, and it's a bad food combining, creates bloating, and it's heavy, bad combined. You should eat light, just soup, or salad, and real light grains, no heavy proteins like animal protein. You're better to do like lentil vegetable soup than, big chunk of chicken, and definitely not a bunch of cheese and bread, pizza, So you can get pizza belly too. We got the cheese and the bread combined together. You got chip belly, pizza belly, beer belly, chapati belly. These are all like known causes. They have a new one. It should have a new one called nut snacking belly, because that's really common these days because everybody got stuck in their head that nuts are good, so they're just going to eat them all day and get a big belly. So those are the main causes of belly fat. Well, again, we're not talking about an obese person and just focusing on the belly. We're focusing on, just the belly, assuming the rest of the person is not obese. And now many herbs can help too. In fact, herbmanteas.com, the sponsor, has this product called Belly Fat Formula. And you take this after meals, and you can see the first ingredient is triphala. Triphala is amlaki, bibataki, haditaki, and that's a kind of a Ayurvedic cleansing formula. But the next herb is gugulu, which is a resin, a black resin. And this resin is what breaks down fat. We use the same resin for fatty liver, cholesterol, obesity, and it's hot, resin. It just breaks down and liquefies fat. So you could call this formula to a large degree Triphala Guglu. And there is also Trika 2 in here, which is 3 spices, ginger, pepper, black pepper. So heat helps to liquefy fat. That's why cold makes makes the fat more hard to break down and leads even to weight gains. This is why you don't want to have cold foods, cold ice cream, all this cold yogurt, all this. You want hot ginger tea, hot spices, black pepper, ginger, things like this that are warming and heating and helping your body to digest. So that's in there. And there's also pushkar mul. Pushkar mul is a traditional Ayurvedic herb used for lowering kapha because it takes the mucus and congestion out of the respiratory system, and that's the home of kapha. So, belly fat is a kapha condition, so you're reducing the kapha with this herb. But if you read about pushkar mul, it does talk about it specifically can be used for belly fat. That's right. So Triphala Guglu is used for belly fat. Pushkar mul is used for belly fat. I put them both together, and then I add kukti. Kukti is a strong, powerful, bitter herb. It's actually gotten quite expensive these days, and we use it for, again, fatty liver, high cholesterol, and that's in there too. So it's a strong formula. So if you stop the snacking, cut back on all the meat and animal protein. Do the beans. Lentils, black beans, those are easy to digest. This whole idea of just eating a bunch of animal protein to lose weight is not a good idea. We get a lot of these people, they get fatty liver, they get clogged gallbladder, and then when they have too much protein, because these people nowadays, the big fat is just eat like a carnivore. And or paleo, or and they're eating all this meat and this fat, and they want to do no carbs at all. It's not necessary to do no carbs at all. You can still there are carbs that are good. I mean, quinoa is popular. Millet's very good for weight loss. So you don't have to be crazy and eliminate all the carbs. There's other healthy carbs out there. So this whole idea of no carbs, which really people mean no grains, because fruit and vegetables all have carbohydrates as well. But that's just an extreme diet, and all that animal protein in these keto diets not only contributes to fatty liver, cholesterol, but also ultimately this high protein diet will create high uric acid. A lot of people come to me with gout who have been on this diet for a while, and then if you stay on it longer, this high protein will then lead to poor kidney function. So we do get a lot of well-built, strong, muscular guys with failing kidneys because they've just been living off of protein powders and no carbs for a long time. So that's a big fad. Don't go there. There's what you call healthy weight loss. Healthy weight loss is you're not starving yourself, not doing an extreme diet. You're still having the right grains. You're still having good protein, which is what I'm leading up to, which should be beans. If you want to lose weight, stop eating the meat. Eat the beans. Beans and maybe quinoa and some vegetables and little apples and fruits. Don't be eating bananas. That's a fattening fruit. But most fruits as snacks, blueberries, strawberries, particularly apples and pears, are not very sweet, not just enough to kind of satiate your appetite in between meals. And of course, don't snack, because you're never going to lose weight snacking. You need to go 3, 4, or 5 hours without eating. You're not going to die, particularly if you got a belly and it's really fat. But like I said, a lot of people have that belly and it's not fat. It's air and gas and bloating. It's constipation. So, they're full of it. And so it's not necessarily fat. Of course, it still can be fat just by eating a lot of breads and snacking and nuts and things like that. But it's not always all fat. A lot of it is bloating. Because when I do the appointment, people always tell me they just took the colon herbs, cleaned up their digestion, stopped the snacking, and their waist went right down. Now, they still got weight to lose, but the weight dropped a lot because they identified, or I identified, what was causing this belly fat in the first place. So it's very important. And then if you make these changes, plus you buy this on Herbman Teas, herbmanteas.com, take it after every meal. They have a lot of other weight loss formulas up there as well. You can combine with the appetite control tea. You can combine with the weight loss tea. You can combine with other products there. Plus, but this one, the belly fat formula after each meal. Now, again, if you're obese and you're more than just got a belly there, then you should probably stick with one of the weight loss formulas on herbmanteas.com. Okay, I hope that helped you understand the causes of belly fat, eating habits that make it worse, and digestive problems that make it worse and contribute to it. And don't just think going to the gym, kicking ass, and doing sit-ups is going to get rid of the problem if you're still, constipated, bloated, snacking, and aren't eating too much animal protein. Those are all can lead to this problem. So make the changes to your diet. Go to herbmanteas.com, get the belly fat formula, and take it after every meals. And you can take care of this in just a couple months because you're not overweight. You just got a belly. It's not going to take months and months and months. All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this helped you out. God bless you all. And we'll see you soon. Thank you.